My name is Jim Fouts, and I'm a historian, raid historian for the Civil War raid that took place here in St. Albans. About a year and 3 months after the Battle of Gettysburg, Confederate raiders descended upon the village of St. Albans, about 22 of them, and robbed the 3 banks here in town of about over $200,000. They also attempted to set fire to the village, unsuccessfully using Greek fire, and then immediately left town. Now the raiders, as they were headed for safety up in Canada, which is only about 15 miles from St. Albans, it was late afternoon of October 19th by the time they left St. Albans, and it was about 4 hours later they got to Fraleysburg, Canada. The raiders came to St. Albans and with hopes of creating some problems. St. Albans is only 15 miles from the border. They had hoped that by raiding St. Albans and other towns along the northern border that they would be able to draw Union soldiers away from the siege that was occurring around Petersburg and Richmond. 14 of the 21 raiders were captured in Fraleysburg, Canada, and taken to Montreal, put on trial there. The whole idea was, did the Canadians have jurisdiction over them? And lo and behold, the Canadians didn't have jurisdiction over them. They were released and immediately rearrested, this time as common criminals. You see, if you rob banks, attempt to burn a town, steal horses, and shoot people as a soldier, that's an act of war. But if you're a civilian, that's common crime, and you can be hung for that sort of thing. They were proved to be Confederate soldiers, and consequently the Canadians said, okay, it's an act of war, and they let them go again. Immediately they were rearrested by the Canadian officials, and this time put on trial as violating the neutrality of Canada. Well, the war had ended by this time. There was no longer a reason for the Canadians to hold them because the reason for being neutral had ended, and the Confederates that were being held posted bond and were released.